Hello guys, and welcome to another wonderful Couch Talks. We wanted to talk about a recent event that was posted about yesterday at this point, almost exactly. Mixer is being dissolved the next 30 days, so July 22nd. They are owned by Facebook, and all of these streamers that stream on that platform have to figure out where they're going to go and how they're going to react. We know there's lots of news out about the big two, Ninja and Shroud, I think is. They sounds like they might go back to Twitch or YouTube,
or they could just retire. Because
or they could just
their
retire.
contract got bought out for like $30 million.
Yeah, no.
Ridiculous like that.
Ninja got $30 million and Shroud got $10 million. Like they're set. They could just move to Mexico and call it a day.
Wait, you have to move to Mexico.
Well, I just like Mexican food. I just like Mexican food.
As long
That's
as
just
they
the
don't like move to LA, they're good.
Yeah, pretty much. So, I mean, I guess for me, like, we just started streaming here for Zero Fox. Rye Guy has yet to do any streaming with us, but I'm sure he'll get on board with that soon.
It'll help with a nicer computer.
Yeah, now that he has a newer...
more loads and stuff and not have a, tiny little...
Yeah, now that he has a newer rig, we'll work with them on getting them involved on the streaming channels. But Mixer is going away, so we don't know where we're going to... Because we stream to multiple platforms, we don't know where we're going to go. But we're just getting going, so we're not really affected. What really sucks are all those streamers on Mixer, especially, who just started to get to the point where they could support themselves. Because now they have to take their entire audience and try to move them to whichever platform they go to. And it kind of depends on how Facebook handles the transition over to Facebook. If they just keep the Mixer channel and just somehow integrate Mixer into Facebook thoroughly somehow, then I guess it won't really matter. But it really just depends on how they do it, because it sounds like they're going to shut down the Mixer website basically and integrate all the technology into the Facebook gaming stream stuff that Facebook has, which is super trash in my opinion for various reasons.
Well, that's why instead of fixing their own stuff, when you have that much money, just buy a company and try to integrate that into it, because why fix your own problem?
That's kind of what Twitch did with Curse, right? And that turned into a living disaster in my opinion as well. So I don't know. It could really go either way. Like, maybe this is a great move by Facebook, and we'll see some great changes for Facebook's gaming stream stuff, and it'll be very exciting because Facebook definitely has the money to throw down forever and ever with YouTube and Twitch. So help them.
True. But Facebook always has that negative connotation going for it. I mean, yeah. YouTube always has its scandals, but there's a lot of people that just are really on the anti-Zuck bandwagon. So
I kind of get it, but at the same time I don't know. Facebook, I've been with Facebook basically since they were founded, but not always a religious user, but I've always been there. Don't get me wrong, they have their problems.
Facebook makes it deliberately difficult to refund payments made by children.
Do they?
Yes.
I had no idea. I don't know. And all I know is that it's weird that I mean, to me, this is just Microsoft doing that Microsoft thing that they do about every 5 to 10 years, where they have this really thing that they really want to do, like the Windows Phone, as an example.
That thing was so good.
Yeah, so many people love the Windows phones. I was not a Windows Phone person, but I acknowledge that they're good. And they pretty much just gave up. They're like, you know what? We don't feel like it. We're not really making money, and we're hardly breaking even, or whatever the logic was. I don't remember exactly what they said, but they stopped supporting them and stopped making them. As of like 4 or 5, maybe 6 months ago at tops, I read an article that said that I think it was Bill Gates, but maybe it was just the CEO, acting CEO, or whatever, said that they should have pushed for the Windows Phone harder, because it could have been really successful.
Well, it was really bizarre too, because they finally, like, right before they decided, we're not going to make another one, they got to where they were going to use the Google Store.
Yeah.
Which would have been a really good move, because it was really, like, the only reason I ever considered switching off of it. Yeah. It was like, cool, well, if I actually wanted to use these apps, I can't.
Yeah. So, I don't know, so, and Google's guilty of this too, where they have like this really neat little product, and they buy the company that has that product and then just ignore it, to put it on the shelf, let it rot, and then 5 years down the road they cancel it. In this case, I guess we barely got to wait like a year, maybe 2. I think it was a year, barely.
It wasn't very long.
Yeah, like Mixer's only been around for like a year. Pretty crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. I just wanted to talk about it real quick since it came
out. That alone with, I don't know if we really want to go into the controversial. Do you remember? Did you hear anything about one of the? I don't know if he was a creator on the project or whatever, who had lots of claims of racist remarks by one of the
I heard some stuff about that. I have not researched it thoroughly, so I don't want to really get into it here.
Yeah.
But I heard a lot of, like, there was some race tension and some other stuff like that in the Mixer higher-ups, and some sex stuff as well. So we're not going to touch that here because I don't want to...
Of course. Yeah, but I more wanted to bring it up as a... Did that have any kind of playing role into it getting thrown over into Facebook?
That has no role in the success of a tech company.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
Well, of course. But
just historically, it's been kind of like, oh, this scandal came up. Are you going to do anything about it? No.
Well, I was more wondering whether or not Mixer was Microsoft originally, right? If Microsoft was kind of like, yeah,
we're done with
all these allegations have kind of... in the process of muddled the water for this thing, they're like, we'll just let Facebook have it if they want to buy it off of us.
So from my understanding, what happened in like this kind of deal takes months and months to organize. So they've obviously already been talking about it and must have been like relatively close to pulling the trigger anyway. But it sounds to me like they were going to give everybody a little bit more time, and then all this stuff started kind of boiling to the surface. And rather than deal with it, Facebook pulled the trigger early and fired all of the Mixer staff, and that doesn't have to deal with that now because none of those people are with the company anymore. That's the prevailing theory that I've read. But anyway, I don't know. I'm interested to see where this goes. We'll try to talk about it again, keep everybody informed.
Yeah. Especially since
it's kind of disappointing just because it was the only streaming platform I really enjoyed watching on.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about next. Is like honestly, like the first thing I kind of avoided Mixer because I'm just not a big watching streamer person in general usually. I like to watch the informative like YouTube shows. I don't really usually watch a lot of like live stuff. But I got on Mixer a little while ago, and I was actually really enjoyed my experience, unlike Twitch and a lot of these other streaming platforms, because nothing started like blaring at me as soon as I loaded the page. The UI was very clean. I liked the colors. I liked the feel. Really, I
liked leveling up.
I like leveling up. Yeah.
Like, it's silly. Also, I thought the leaderboard was really clever because most streamers do that, but they have to do it themselves. Whereas on Mixer, there's just a built-in leaderboard of here's who's donated the most in the last X amount of time.
Yeah.
So that's not on the streamer, and therefore isn't taking up their screen real estate.
Yeah, because since we've started streaming, I've had to fight with providing fun, interesting information, but also and having my face up there, but also like with screen real estate, making sure everybody can kind of still see what's going on. I've really enjoyed my experience with Mixer since discovering them a couple months ago at this point now. And so I'm very disappointed to hear that they've gone away. How about you, Rega? Do you watch a lot of streams like that?
I'm not really big on streams. I'll occasionally like to hop on and see like highlights of things, or I'll occasionally watch a stream here or there, especially if it's some game that I've picked up. Occasionally, like, I'll watch Destiny streams, or I used to watch a decent amount of League of Legends, especially because watching some of those better players stream is a good way of learning how to even better master a champion, because just reading, like, quick sheets on, like, press this, do this is not nearly as helpful as watching someone actively play the character and watching their character moves. But for the most part, I actually had very little interaction with Mixer. I literally just saw it. I think it popped up on Reddit somewhere, and I saw a couple miscellaneous things and started digging into what exactly happened there, what's going on, and thoughts on where it's potentially going to go from here on out, future-wise.
Yeah, so, I don't know, like, for me, it was just, like, I really enjoyed the UI, I enjoyed the experience, it felt a lot more comfortable overall, just as using the website compared to Twitch, where I always feel lost. I always feel lost on Twitch. I've used that site since I can, like, for the longest time, and every single time I get on there, they've changed it just enough to where I'm just horribly lost.
Yeah. Also, the chat was better.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just the font, but the chat felt better.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. Hopefully Facebook leans more into what Mixer has done and less into whatever weird, bizarro universe Facebook has going on with their live streams.
Please don't mess it up, Zuck.
Yeah, please don't mess it up. Exactly. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. We're interested to hear. Cheers.